GJ Math.
Now we're going to look at exponential equations again, but in this case it is quadratic equations, meaning we're going to do trinomials, and you can choose if you want to do the K method or just do it straight out without K method. My advice at the beginning, use K method just to make things easier. Afterwards you can choose which method you like. So how do I know this is a quadratic equation? The one exponent will be double the other one, so a quarter and a half. If I put two quarters together, I'm going to get a half. Always think about pizza when you're doing fractions. 2 quarter pizzas, if I put them together, I'm going to get half a pizza. Thanks, now I'm hungry. But let's do the sum first. So in this case, I am going to make the smallest exponent, or the term with the smallest exponent. That is going to be my k value. So I'm going to say let k equals x to the power 1 over 4. And therefore, the one that's double would be k squared. Okay, so I can now replace. So I'm just going to say, so this is k squared minus 5k plus 6, and I can do the trinomial. So this is a grade 9 level trinomial. I know it's just going to start with a k and a k. What is going to multiply to give me 6, but when I add it, it gives me 5. This is going to be a 3. This is going to be a 2, and I know both brackets are a minus. How do I know that? So the plus at the back of the trinomial tells me the brackets are the same sign. The minus in the middle tells me both of those signs are going to be a minus. So now I can say k equals 3 or k equals 2. But the question was not to solve for k, the question was to solve for x. So therefore I just replace back x to the power a quarter equals 3. Therefore x equals 3 to the power 4. Remember, I am going to just multiply by the reciprocal on both sides. So if I write that out, it's going to be times 4 over 1 in the exponent, and then this would be 3 to the power 4 over 1. And the answer then would be 81. I now also have to do the other side. So I can then say, but x a quarter could also be equal to 2. I am going to multiply by the reciprocal, so 2 to the power 4. So x could be 16. Both of my answers are valid. There's no minuses, so that's fine. Let's look at two more examples. So, step 1. I identify that the one term has an exponent that's double the other exponent. So 2/3 is exactly double 1/3. So that is going to be my k value. So I'm going to say let x to the power 1 over 3 equals k, and therefore x to the power 2 over 3 will equal k squared. I can rewrite to k squared minus 7k plus 10 equals 0. So my brackets are just going to be, this is a k, and exactly like the previous sum, I have a plus, so I know both brackets are going to be the same sign. Both of them are going to be a minus. And to give me 10, I can multiply 1 times 10 or 2 times 5, but I need to add them to get a 7. So this is going to be a 5, this is going to be a 2, equals to 0. Now, they didn't ask me for k, they asked me for x. So I'm just going to replace and say, therefore, x 1 over 3 equals 5, or x 1 over 3 equals 2. Therefore, x equals 5 cubed, which is 125, or x equals 2 cubed, which is going to equal 8. Okay, I hope you guys are making sense of this. Let me do the last one without k method, just so you can see what I mean, that you can choose whatever you are comfortable with. Now, any trinomial must just have an exponent that is half or double another exponent. So in this case, if I identify the x to the power 1 over 3 as my smallest one, I can just immediately go into the trinomial, and then instead of saying k in both brackets, I can just say x to the power 1 over 3 in both brackets. Now I can see I must get to minus 2 when I multiply two numbers, and when I add them, it must give me a 1. So this can be minus 2 times positive 1 would get me there. Therefore, x1 over 3 can equal 2, or x1 over 3 can equal minus 1. So I can then just say x equals to 8, or in this case, x equals 2. Now remember our previous video, when it is no solution, I can see there's a minus, so red lights needs to flicker now. But in my exponent, nothing is even. So this is not a no solution sum. I can just say this is minus 1 cubed, which is just going to give me minus 1. So you can see if you don't do K method, it's a lot quicker. But if you're still struggling with trinomials and you don't want to overcomplicate things, just stick to K method. Your teacher's just going to mark your answers, and she's going to think you're very smart if you employed K method. Okay, guys, so this was equations with rational exponents.
If this video helped you, please like and subscribe.
GJ Math!